All right. Good morning. Good morning to you all. Good morning. How are you all? Good morning, and how are you all? I hope you're all doing well. Another day to fight, another day to battle the market. I hope you are healed. Another day, another dollar. And the dollar is either they are going to take it from you or you take it from them. So it's a battle. Yeah, so I wanted to show you a similar thing. You see the trade we took yesterday. We can see similar thing happen on. I was just looking through the chat and we saw similar thing happen. Like if you really want to take trading seriously, you need to understand the reality about the market. Never get frustrated. Those who get frustrated normally gives up. Normally, don't get frustrated about the market. Like it's the same thing in life as general. I always say the reason why people are not succeeding is because they easily give up on things. They can't withstand the challenges that comes up. So you guys can see, was it on July? Was it August? You were winning back to back on August, and it's not even about the number of wins you'll be getting back to back, even though it matters though. But it's all about just waiting for that good trade to happen, and you hit it hard. You get it. So you are just waiting for that good trade, and you have to make sure you are maximizing the best out of trade, because no matter what, no matter your level of experience in the market, you are still going to be facing, or you are still going to be encountering some losses on your way. Losses is inevitable. It's it is not about how well your technical analysis. Trading is currency market is decentralized. You get it. It is decentralized. So you don't know who at the other part of the world is what taking a trade. Okay, the trade that you are taking, maybe someone with a huge order is taking the opposite side of your trade. So that's one thing you need to understand. Trading is decentralized, and what you can't control the happenings or what is going on in the market. So yesterday we took a trade over here. So it's just about the market dynamics. It's just about the market, just the probability not just being in our favor. So you took a trade over here. The trade moved a bit. We took it around the side. It moved like 6 pips. It was supposed to what fill this range. It moved like 6 to 7 pips. Okay, it moves like it moved close to 10 pips, and but you tried everything, you obeyed your technical analysis, you did everything best. So if you're on YouTube, if you join the stream, kindly give a like to the stream. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please kindly subscribe to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Okay, so it's not your fault. You get it. You did everything best, and what it moved like 10 pips, and the market retraces. So sometimes it happens. You are just waiting for the what? You are just waiting for your probability to be in your favor. Then you get it. So this is how the trade happened. This is how the trade happened. It was what, a downtrend. Price move similar thing that I saw on GBP US GBP JPY, the same thing, and it's played out yesterday. Okay, what I've been saying, the outcome differs. The outcome when it comes to trading, it differs. The patterns are the same, but the outcome is different. So if you know you can't withstand that losses, then you better give up. You get it. You better give up and go and find a job and do. if you can't withstand losses, you better give up on trading. That's it. Because it's not for the weak. It's very hard. It's not for the weak. Taking losses back to back, it's not for the weak. So this is how it happened. So you can see it over here. Price was import price moved what? It rallied down. Is it not the same thing over here? Price pulled back. What are you expecting? Trend continuation. Who is calling me on FaceTime by this time? I see. The same thing happening over here, and the entry 2 was on the H1 time frame. H1 time frame gave us what? A support, created a resistance over here. The moment price broke, it continued. And CGBP USD, the same thing, price pulled back, given the H4 gave us the setup. Look at what? H1. I hope you can see H1. So the H1 what gave the resistance. What was price supposed to do? Continued, but this one was pulled back. So you see, this is the dynamics about the market. So if you are a beginner and you are starting out, trading is not for the weak. Trading is a serious business, and it's for tough-minded people. You get it? It is for tough-minded people. If you are weak, if you are unemployed, if you are broke, you better find something doing, because what you are expecting is not going to happen. You get it? So trading is all about probability, waiting for the right thing to happen, waiting for the probability to be in your favor, then you take it. But you have to be present every day. You need to show up every. So the same thing happened on GBP USD. It failed. The same thing happened on what? GBP JPY. It's what? It played out perfectly. It's what? Price pulled back on what? A resistance level. Created a resistance. Okay. Created an additional resistance at the H1 time frame. Price played out. If you move to GBP JPY, price pulled back over here. Price pulled back over here. Created that resistance. What's with 7? So that's the reality about the game. The patterns are the same, but the outcomes are different. But you need to what? Try and what? Improve on your edge. Don't say because it's a probability game, so you are going to be doing things randomly. It's going to be. It's the same system that I've been using for the past days. It's the same system that I've been trading. You get it? It's the same system that I've been using to trade, to pass my account, get a payout and other stuff. By this time, it happens that what? The probability or the edge is not in my favor at this time. Taking some loss back to back. You get it? But I just want just one win. Okay, just one win is going to what? Take me into profit. That's what I'm waiting for. Just one win is just going to what? Take me into what? Profitability. So you have to make sure when you are losing, you are maximizing your loss. And one thing most people too also, they want to risk, like they want to go in more. The outcome, no matter how enticing or desiring the setup looks like, no matter how like everything is aligning up, it can still fail. So you need to make sure managing risks is also what's important to us, what's getting an edge or having a strategy. I've already described, or I've already detailed what the foundation or the fundamental, your edge or your strategy, your risk management, and what your mindset. Everything what works the same. Don't cherish or don't prioritize your strategy over what risk management. Don't prioritize risk management over psychology or mindset. They all work the same. So for you to be able to be successful in the game, you need to be what? You need to be able to esteem all these things. You need to make sure your mindset is all right. You need to make sure what? Your strategy is on point. You need to make sure what? Your risk management, every trade that you are going to take, make sure your there's risk management involved, and understand the what? The reality about the market, that it's a game of chances, and the strategy or the system or the setup that you are thinking it's going to play out very well, going to play out perfectly, it can fail. You get it? So you just have to play the game, accept it and play the game, and make sure you are improving on what your edge. That's all about trading, and you're going to be successful. You get it? It's going to be successful. So someone will be saying, so since it's a probability game, how can one be successful? You can be successful by having an edge. So edge is simply what? A statistical advantage you have over the market based on your what history or based on your track record. That's why it's always important to what? Keep records of your trades. Based on your track records, you know what most of the trades that played out. So yesterday, this trade, what I took this trade because of what I've seen it happening over and over and again, and I've given you an example of where it's happened and it's played out. You get it? So the same trade happened today. If the same trade happened today, so similar thing would have happened today if this candle break the lower low. Now the trend is an uptrend, so I wouldn't be able to take this trade. I would have taken this similar thing also happened. So break, retest, and what? Trend is going to continue. So I will take it anytime I see it. Okay, anytime I see it, I'm going to take it. That doesn't mean I have to stop trading. That's the strategy. If it happens again, I'm going to take it. Okay, there was nothing wrong with what I did yesterday. Everything worked, or everything was perfect. Okay, price retrace. We went to the H1 time frame. H1 gave us a resistance. But what happened? We were also in what? Volume time, expecting what? Lending volume to move price down. So the timing was all right. The system was all right. We were having a resistance that we can lay in our stop loss on. Everything was perfect. You get it? Everything was perfect, but just that the probability was not in our favor. So these are some of the dynamics you need to understand. These are the realities that you need to understand. Trading is a decentralized market. It's a decentralized. So you don't know where some of the traders are even at. Everywhere you can participate in the forex market. You don't need any authorities. You don't need authorities or anyone authorized or you're participating in the market. You get it? You don't need anyone to authorize your participation in the market. It's a decentralized market. You get it? It's a decentralized market. Okay, so let's move straight to the fundamentals and see what's happening today. So lending session hasn't started yet, and the pre-lending too hasn't started yet. You have some few minutes for it to start. Okay, so let's move to the fundamentals. So there was interest rates yesterday. We had, was it Monday? Okay, last week we had interest rates on AUD. I hope YouTube, can you hear me? Those on YouTube, am I audible? On YouTube, am I audible? Can you hear me well? YouTube, can you hear me? Okay, so as I'm saying, so you need to be consistent. The only way you can be successful in the game is especially if you are a beginner, you have less experience. Okay, so you need to be consistent on the chart. That's when you are going to be be up to date to the chart. So last week, I think we had interest rates on the Australian dollar, Australian economy. They had an interest rate, and this week, yesterday, during the Asian session, we had New Zealand monetary policy statement. So that's the interest rate. Okay, that was the interest rate. So if you check GBP, NZD, or you can see the effects of the you can see the effect of the interest rate. So this is the effect of the interest rate. So you can see the big candles. You get it? You can see the big candles. So this is the interest rates and this is the interest rates that happened. Okay. So you see price was trying to move up and later came back. So that's the disadvantage of trading the news. Trading news is not something I would recommend. You get it? So this was a news candle that happened during the Asian session. This was a news candle. Okay. So this morning, or so during the lending session, we don't have any high impact news. During the lending session, we don't have any high impact news. So during the New York session, so yesterday I talked about what the consumer confidence, what the household, the various households are what they are thought about the economy when it comes to the labor market, when it comes to inflation, everything concerning the market. So they were expecting. So it happened that the numbers was absolutely what correct. So we saw what the strength of the dollar. We realized that the dollar became very strong. Okay, so this was the numbers that it was released. The actual numbers was what 11.7, and what the forecasted number was what. So the actual numbers was what way higher than the previous numbers. You get it. So that's why we saw what. So that means the dollar was very strong during the New York session when the consumer confidence was released. So you are going to see the impact over here. So it was also a confluence, or it was also an additional confirmation for me taking the trade I took yesterday. So you can see it right here. We saw here was when the news was, this candle was when the news was released. You can see the impact. So you saw the strength of the dollar. So it was also an additional confluence when I was taking the trade, because I was saying, oh, the consumer confidence is meaning what? The consumer confidence data was what? Or the numbers was good. So that means the dollar is going to be strong. So it also gave me what? Additional confidence that the dollar is going to be strong. And we took the trade, and what happened is what? It decided to what? Move some, give us some pips, and what? It just retraced. So it's part of the game. All right, it's part of the game. So later, during when the news was released, we saw the fall in what? The pound USD. We saw it what? Falling. So I was watching everything live when the news was released. So you need to pay attention to the fundamentals too as well. You need to be also the macroeconomic events, so you need to pay attention to them. So so today is Wednesday. So during the New York session, we are going to be having GDP. So with GDP, we are having different GDP. We're having the advanced, we're having the preliminary, and we're having the final. So mostly the advanced one is the most impactful one. Okay, but since it's a red folder, we need to expect something, maybe some news or some impact on what the market. Get it. But mostly the advanced one is the most impactful one. So you need to understand the meaning of what the economic event. So when you talk about GDP, basic economic, GDP simply means what? Gross domestic product. You get it. GDP simply means what? Gross domestic product. So they are simply what? The goods and services produced by a country. Okay, so it excludes some things. We have some things that are excluded, even though it was goods that were produced, but we have some things that it's excluded in the GDP. But mostly, let's take it as just raw. Okay, so GDP simply means what? Goods and services produced by a country. So you need to understand the meaning of the news event as you've understood the goods and services produced by a country. So the previous numbers was what? 2.8, and the forecast number. So they are expecting the same numbers. Okay, so mostly when it happens like that, indecision. So they are not, as in the forecasted numbers that they are expecting is the same as what the previous numbers that was released. You get it. So with this one, that means what we can be having indecision in the market. You get it. You can be having indecision in the market. So when the numbers are the same, mostly what normally happens is what price can either move up or down. You get it. Indecisive data release. And at the same time, we are going to be having unemployment claims. You get it. Unemployment claims. So people claiming for unemployment benefit. Is it good for the economy or is it bad for the economy? You get it. Unemployment is bad for the economy. If people are not working, people are not graduates, people have graduated, people have finished school, they are supposed to work. Okay, people, the energetic people, the youth in the country are not getting jobs to do in the country. It's very bad for the economy. You get it. It's very bad for the economy. So if more people, so I think Africa, we don't have something of that sort. So when you go to the Western world, if you are not working, I think you can be employed. I've not gone there before. I'm not in the Western world, but from news or what I've been hearing, you can apply for what unemployment benefits, and like you have unemployment incentives for those who are not working. So you can go and claim for those things. the insurance, you have some insurance covers and those things that is going to cover your hospital bills and those things if you are not working in a country. So if more people are claiming, so you need to look at the numbers. So the previous numbers was what, 213, and what the forecasted number was 215. So if more people are claiming for unemployment benefits, what effect does it have on the economy? You get it? What effect does it have on the economy? So they are the forecasted one. This is what analysts, based on what the data gathered, based on the data what the data they gathered, they are expecting what unemployment to be, what the numbers to be way higher than what the previous numbers. So that means what more people were the more people what, based on their data or based on their analysis, more people claim for what unemployment benefit. You get it? More people claim for unemployment benefit as compared to what the previous month. So with the previous month, it was 213k, and the what forecasted one is what 2115. So it is more people claiming for unemployment as compared to the previous month. You get it? So what impact does it have on the dollar? Okay, so I'm expecting, as I said, unemployment is very bad for the economy. It's going to weaken the currency pair. Okay, because every currency has an affiliation with what a country. Okay, so if the country is doing bad, if the country is not performing well, it is going to affect the currency too as well. So if more people are claiming for unemployment in a country, one thing you need to understand that it is going to affect the currency that they spend too. You get it? So if unemployment, people are claiming for more unemployment benefits, that means the country currency is also going to be what? Is going to also lose value. You get it? Because investors are not going to be willing. Most investors are not going to be willing to invest in such an economy. You get it? Because more people are not, most people are redundant. They are not working. They are idle. Okay, so productivity is very low in the economy. So they are expecting what more people. They are expecting the numbers released was higher than the previous numbers. So the dollar is going to be what? The dollar is going to be weak. Okay, the dollar is going to be weak, and we have what call what personal consumption expenditure (PCE). So it's close to or it's similar to what inflation. You get it? It's but this one is something like personal, but CPI is something like consumer, like it's something like general. But this one is personal consumer expenditure. Okay, so it's something like inflation numbers. Okay, so this personal consumption expenditure, personal expenses. So they are also expecting the same number. So you need to understand the meaning of what the core personal consumption expenditure price index. So if as in the expenses of, if individual expenditure or expenses goes high, what effects or impact does it have on what the economy? You get it? What impact does it have on the economy? But they are also expecting the same numbers. So it's also bad for, if the numbers are way higher, it's also good for the economy. You get it? So that means inflation has increased. If inflation increase, it is good for the economy because more people are going to be claiming for the central bank is going to what? Hike their interest rate to combat that inflation. So this one happens that the numbers are the same. You get it? The numbers are the same. So that's it for the fundamentals. When it comes to the unemployment claims, you're expecting the dollar to be weak. So you need to have it in mind. Okay, you need to have it at the back of your head that the dollar is going to be weakened during the New York session. I hope YouTube you can hear me. Those on YouTube, can you hear me? Okay, so let's move to the technical aspect and see what you are going to be either you are going to be getting a trade opportunity, then we execute. Okay, so let's move to the fundamental aspects and see what's happening. So this is the monthly. So this is GBP USD. Okay, this is GBP USD. So let's do our top-down analysis and see if there was going to be a trade opportunity for us to take advantage of. So we are in pre-lending session. Okay, so you have volume in the market. So let's see. This is the monthly time frame as well. So with the monthly time frame, you're having a support over here. This is the monthly time frame. So as usual, as we do every day to get an opportunity. So this is our edge. This our edge. This is what we do every day. Okay, so if that edge has been giving you profitability in the past, you don't have to be changing it currently. Okay, because maybe you are experiencing one or two losses, so you say, oh, it doesn't work, so you are going to follow something differently. That is not what works in the forex market. You need to stick to your system. If it is proven that it works, maybe the probability is not in your favor this time, so you need to continue sticking to it. Execute, you get it. So that's how it works. So this is a monthly time frame. So with the weekly time frame, with the weekly time frame, the trend was what? A downtrend. You get it. The trend was a downtrend. Price was, you see how it was bouncing on the levels towards an uptrend. Price tends towards an uptrend. The high was broken, the low was broken. You get it? So now price tends towards a downtrend at the weekly time frame. Price tends towards a downtrend. You get it? Price tends to a downtrend. You saw some minor pullback. Price continued the trend. Price continued the trend. So we're having additional what? We're having another resistance over here. You get it? So this level, you see, this level, we were having the monthly time frame and the weekly time frame aligning at the same level. So one thing you need to understand is what this level becomes very support and resistance aligning at the same level. It becomes very strong. So normally I term it to be what? Golden zone. Okay, because a monthly time frame, weekly time frame aligning at the same level. You get it? Aligning at the same level. So I normally term this one as what? Golden zone. So this is what? Our support level. This is our support level. So this is our golden zone. Price is pulling back to this level. Okay, so now you've noticed that what? The weekly time frame. So let's determine our sectional bias, because you are just focusing on because the market can change during the New York session. So we need to focus on our sectional bias. You get it? So we are basing on the lending session is what we are analyzing. Our analysis is based on the lending session. So I normally term it what? Our sectional bias. So our sectional decision making. So what are you going to decide on? So with the sectional bias, the weekly time frame. The weekly time frame is what? A downtrend. The weekly time frame is a downtrend. The weekly time frame is a downtrend. So let's move to the daily time frame. So what's the trend for the daily time frame? What's the trend for the daily time frame? We can see over here, price pulled back, made a retest. Okay, so if you are reading the market, you are going to read from what? This side. You need to read from back. So price was an uptrend, made some correction over here. Price was an uptrend, made some pull back over here. Yeah. Price took off. This is the downtrend, made some consolidation. So you can see the down. Who can tell me the trend? Who can tell me the trend? What's the trend of this market? The trend is currently what? A downtrend.
The downtrend.
Yeah, the trend is a downtrend at the daily time frame. At the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is what? A downtrend. The daily time frame is a downtrend. Price pulled back. Okay, so you're expecting a trend continuation. Moving to the H4 time frame too. So looking at the H4 time frame wall, so this is what I was saying this morning, that the H4 time frame. So normally the focus time frame should be the H4 time frame. You might be deceived as price form the resistance of a year. You might think, oh, maybe the trend is going to continue. I think the trend is going to continue. So you can see the trend is going to the H4 price is respecting the H4 trend. So this is the trend for the H4 time frame. Price broke, made a red test. You get it. So the moment price broke down, and get it, what? A downtrend. So it's kind of complex. The structure to you kind of depends. If the trend is not clear, you get it. If the trend is not clear, kindly what? Kindly what? Is currently making a pullback. What are you expecting? A trend continuation. So this is the point where trend change or trend shifted. This is the point where trend shifted. So we had a breakout. You get it? We had a breakout. Price broke out, made a red test. What are your expectations? So this is an uptrend market in my view. Okay, this is an uptrend market in my points of view. So this is the H4. So H4 is what? An uptrend. H4 is an uptrend market. H4 is an uptrend, but it's kind of consolidation. It's kind of not clear. You get it? The trend is kind of not clear. The trend is kind of not clear. So we had what? Let me check the daily time frame and see if you are having some levels. So change if the levels are not clear, you change it to what? A line chart. So if you look left, you don't have any consolidations, you don't have any this thing over here. You get it? You don't have any. So this is a downtrend market. If you move to the H4 time frame, so this is the H4 time frame. You get it? So the H4 time frame is kind of an uptrend. So let's identify our various level and see where we are going to be I will be taking our bias. So I think because you are in quarter 4, okay, the year is about to end. So I think that's why the market is kind of I don't know. It's kind of rough like that. Please hold on for me. What's happening? Um, The H4 time frame is currently an uptrend. You get it? The H4 time frame is currently time frames to be in direction or to be in our favor. Then you move according to the trend. So what you can do, or the best way you will love to see the market doing, is when the price broke out from this candle close below this, then the trend would have shifted towards a downtrend, and as it targeted the sell, by the H4 time frame is what an uptrend. You get it? The H4 time frame is an uptrend, so I'm not allowed to take, even though you are having a clean zone over here. Get the price is kind of looking good over here, but I will not love to what, take such position. You get it? I will not love to take such position. I would love to see price what, breaking the zone, then we take the continuation. That's what I would love to see. But I will not love to see. I will not love to what, take a sell over here, because okay. So I'm saying I want from the H4 time frames to have the same what, trend, then I'll follow the trend, because mostly I'm a trend trader. You get it? I follow the direction of the market. I follow what the big players are doing. So if they are selling, I have to sell. If they are buying to have to buy. You get it? Mostly that's what I prefer to be doing at the market. So if price break, come to this side. So this based on how the candle based on how the candle was close, something like this. If the candle closed something like this, if you get something like this, you get it, and the stop loss not that wide, I can take a 4 candle close. Okay, so something like this weak, then such breakouts I don't take it. You get using your stop loss as a place the market is going against you, you are not going to be losing a lot. So that's what I would love to see. I would love to see something of that sort. So now I'm indecisive in this market condition. You get it, I'm indecisive in this market condition. So I will prefer taking a sell if price was close below this one, make a retest, then I get it. The H4, I don't I don't the network is kind of okay. So let's see. The network is kind of bad this morning. All right, so I think the H4 time frame on the daily USD CHF is playing out. So let's do our top down analysis and see what's happening over there. So doing our top down analysis, so you remember, as we said, the unemployment claim is going to be what? It's going to be bad. So that means you can get, the dollar is going to be weak. Okay, so if the dollar is going to be weak, we are going to be seeing more of what sells on USD CHF. Okay, so let's see. So this is the monthly time frame. So on the monthly time frame, we're having a resistance over here at the monthly time frame. We're having a support tool over here at the monthly time frame. So moving to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, this is our resistance, you get it, and this is our support. So determine our sectional bias. determine our sectional bias for the lending session. The weekly time frame is what? The weekly time frame is what? An up. Weekly is an uptrend. You get it? The weekly time frame is an uptrend. So where is the tradable zone? Okay, where is the tradable zone in case maybe you want to take advantage of the various distance? Where is the tradable zone? So we're having a tradable zone at this point. We're having a tradable zone at this point. You get it? So these are the various these are the things that you normally look for when it comes to the daily time frame. So you've plotted out our various levels and what identified our various support and resistance levels. So moving to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is currently what? An uptrend, right? The daily time frame is currently an uptrend. If you move from this side, reading from this side up, made some consolidation over here. Price took off, pull back, trend. The trend on what? Euro USD is what? An uptrend. Price broke. So now the high has been broken. Now the high has been broken, and the lows has as well been what? Been broken. You get it? The low has also been what? Been broken. So this is the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is currently what? An uptrend. So let's identify our various levels. So we have resistance over here. Sorry, supports over there. We again having, so let's change it to a line chart for us to see things clear. We're having resistance over here. So in case price is trying to pull back, we have some minor, not all that visible, but it's kind of what? A resistance over here. You get it? So moving to the H4 time frame. So you can see, so now the daily time frame, doing our various correlation, the daily time frame is what? The daily H4 time frame becomes what? So let's identify the trend for the H4 time frame. So the H4 time frame made high, pull back high. You get it? Made some consolidations over here. You get it? The high has been broken, and the low too has been as well been broken. You get it? So now the trend at the H4 time frame has turned what? Now the trend has turned downtrend, right? The trend is currently a downtrend. I don't know whether there was news because H4 not giving us a wick. So identifying the various zones that we can trade, we have a support over here. You get it? There was a support over here. Price there was a resistance too over here. There was a resistance too over here. Price has broken out, made a rate test on a key level. You get it? Price just made a rate test on a key level. This is a strong. We are expecting a trend continuation. So you see how perfectly price put back on this one. So one thing is what? If you are someone who follows the H4 time frame, I think this one would have been. So if you guys can remember, you've taken such entry before, price put back on the same currency pair. If you can see over here, but that one happens to be what? An uptrend. Price broke out, made a rate test. You get it? Made a rate test by giving us a bearish. One happens to be what? An uptrend. You get it? This one happened to be an uptrend. So if you turn this chart upside down, if you turn it upside down, you can see it was the same thing that happened over here. You get it? It was the same thing that happened. Okay, so the pattern repeats itself. That's one thing you need to understand. So either the same pattern is either going to be what? The same pattern is either going to be an uptrend or a downtrend. You get it? The same pattern can either be an uptrend or a downtrend. So that's one thing you need to understand. So the same thing. So if supposing maybe the daily time frame is a downtrend, I think this would have been a nice sell this morning. You get it? You could have even taken it. But one thing is what the candle is not giving us any wick. You get it? This would have been a perfect trade. Okay, this would have been a perfect trade because the H4 time frame is what? A downtrend. But one thing is what the candle opened with no wick at the top. You get it? The candle opened with no wick at the top. So taking this trade would have been risky because you don't know whether price is going to pull back. Because mostly, if you watch the previous candles, you can see they all gave what? A bottom. If it is moving down, it's either going to give what? A bottom wick or what? An upper wick. If they are closing, if they are opening and the price is moving down, you should give what? An upper wick before it will move. If price is moving up, you should give what? A bottom wick before it will move. So this candle started with no wick at the top. You get it? If you are watching it very carefully, you can see there was no wick. You get it? So the chances that this one can pull back, you can see the rejection candles over here. You guys can see the rejection. So this was select exhaustion candles. Okay, price was moving down, buyers move it up. Yet the price was moving down, buyers move it. So taking a trade or taking an entry where there was no bottom wick. Okay, one thing you need to understand is that what we can have a retracement, we can have a pullback. You get it? We can have a pullback. So you have to have it at the back of your head that this market can pull back. You get it? It can pull back. So that's it. It can pull back. So you could have even taken an opportunity based on the H4 time frame. Meanwhile, maybe even though the daily time frame is an uptrend, but I think if you are basing on the H4 time frame and the H1 time frame, it makes sense to take a sell because if you look left, you have a tradable zone around this area. Thing about the market, you need to stick to your plan, guys. You need to stick to your plan, and no matter what, the market is going to give you an opportunity. You see how perfectly price is playing out. So this would have been your odds. So your stop loss would have been the previous, which is going to give us a good risk to reward. But one thing is what the candle opened with no wick. You get it? The candle opened with no wick. So you need to understand that price can. So just a good risk to reward trade like this, giving us what 1 to 2 risks reward. So you need to stick to your plan, and no matter what, price is going to what give an opportunity. You get it? Price is definitely going to give an opportunity. So good 1 to 2.4 risks to reward. You get it? Price will definitely get to this side. But one thing is what, because there was no top weight, this trade would have been risky. You get it? This trade would have been risky. So just stick to the plan. You get to stick to your plan. See how it is moving. See how it is moving. See how it is moving. But there was no wick at the top, so I wouldn't have even taken this trade. There was no wick at the top. Price is supposed to open with a wick, but this happened. There was no wick at the top. So this would have been a nice trade, but yeah, it would have been a nice trade. So giving us what a good risk to reward. So this zone is definitely going to be getting filled. Okay, this zone would definitely get filled. Okay, so let's check out Euro card 2 then see. Yeah, when it comes to Euro card, let me check the daily time frame. Yeah, the daily time frame is a downtrend. So
playing you out well, check.
Which one? Which one?
The daily and then
Yeah, the daily time frame. You have a week. There was a week over here, but that price might get filled. Price might fill this week, but the H4 time frame is not kind of looking good. You see, we're kind of having some minor. We're having some minor rejection over here. You get it? It's kind of not clear. So yeah, so if not this one that it's not clear, I think it would have been a good buy based on the H4 and the H1. You get it? Because the H1 time frame is kind of an uptrend. H4 time frame is kind of, but this one, you get it? For me, if the thing is not clear to me, I don't force it. This one is not that clear to me. You get it? It's kind of, it's close bearish. So if it's close bearish, then the trend is a downtrend. So if you change it to line charts, you can see it over here. If not that, I think the H4 time frame would have been a nice point to take a buy based on the H4 time frame alone, because it has just broke out. It has just broke out, made a red test, trend continuation, right? But this kind of, it's not clear. So let's move to the monthly time frame and see. So if you check the monthly time frame, the monthly time frame is what? The monthly time frame, various rejectional levels. So moving to the weekly time frame, price broke out, made a red test. You get it? So you're having this strong level over here. You can see how strong the level is. Moving to the daily time frame. So the daily time frame is a downtrend. Okay, so if price is pulling back, if price is pulling back, you're expecting a pullback level. So these are the various rejectional levels. So we have a resistance to over here. We're having another rejection resistance over here. So moving to the H4 time frame. So you see how price is moving, but the trend wasn't so that clear. So the H4 time frame trend is not clear. This one, I don't see the clarity in this one. This one doesn't look good for me. If not that one, I think it would have been a good buy by focusing on the H4 time frame. And the H1 time frame too is also what? H1 time frame too is also an uptrend. So using the H1 resistance, so I think, see how strong this level is. So if you come to the H1 time frame, H4 time frame, I hope you can see how strong the level is. You get it? So the level, so you're having two rejectional levels at a particular level. So this normally golden zone for me. So you see, if you read the candles too, you can see the various rejectional candles. You get it? You can see the various rejectional candles. can see the various rejectional candles. So this one looks, but the H1, the H4 trend wasn't all that clear. So we're having a tradable zone to over here. You're having a tradable zone. So for me, if the trend, if I'm not seeing something that is convincing, I will not force it to happen, because this one is kind of confusing to me. You get it? Because the daily is a downtrend. The daily is a downtrend. H4, you would have even considered H4 and H1 trend, since they are all in what, an uptrend. But it's kind of rejectional level. So the trade would have been difficult, because if you read the H4 candle, you can see various what, select exhaustion candles. You can see select exhaustion candle, select exhaustion candle, and you are in volume time. You get it? So we consider all these things, or we factor all these things into consideration. We are, the time of the day is what, we are in what, we are approaching lending session. We are pre-lending session. Okay, volume is in the market. When it comes to what, the levels, we are what, price as currently what, price broke out, made a rate test on a key level. You get it? What are you expecting? A trend continuation. So we are in volume time. Price has gotten to a key level, made a pullback, created a resistance, having a clean tradable zone. You get it? Having a clean tradable zone. So what are you expecting? By all means, the trend should continue what, up. The trend should continue up. But I think this one is not clear to me. The H4 trend is not clear to me. So it would have been a nice buy. This is just a short-term buy. Okay, similar thing to USD CHF as you are seeing over here. This one too would have been a short, but because if you look at the H1 time frame, H1 time frame too is also what, a downtrend. H4 too is also what, a downtrend. You get it? So the chances that the trend is going to continue. And if you watch this one, you can see how strong this is. If you are taking a sell on this one, I think it would have made sense. It would have made sense by focusing on what, the H4 and the H1. So I think if the lending opens, so we're having like 17 minutes for the lending to open. So if lending opens, you might see a continuation of the trend to this side for this one to continue. So the risk reward would have been very great. But the candle open with no wick. That's the thing. The candle open with no wick. Okay, because one thing is what, when it comes to the H4 time frame, normally the price normally respects the H4 structure. You get it? So if you get a good entry on H4 and H1, it's you can take the trade. You get the price normally respects those structures. Okay, so you can be taking a short trade based on those levels. But if you want a stronger confirmations, then I think I think you combine it with the daily time frame. So this one would have been a nice trade setup. But as I said, the candle opened with no wick at the top. Okay, the candle opened with no wick at the top. So I think the H4 previously has been given opportunities. So this one too, okay, this one happened during the Asian session. In the past, the H4 time frame. Okay, let me check the H4 time frame. Yeah, so this one, H4 time frame gave what, a nice trade opportunity over here around there, but there was no like something you can rely on. So the chances that price could have pulled back is very high. So maybe you'll be considering those time frames too. we will be considering the H4 and the H1 too as well, because mostly price normally respects those time frames. You get it? Price normally respects those time frames. Yeah. So let's move to gold. Let me analyze gold and see. So as I said, gold, you need to focus on the H4 trend. It's very, very important to focus on the H4. So when you look at the monthly time frame, you don't have any market structure looking left. Okay, you don't have market structure looking left. If you watch the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame is kind of, price is currently on this level. So this is the weekly time frame. So moving to the daily time frame. Moving to the daily time frame, price has created what? A support over here. Price has created a support over here. So we have another resistance over here. These are the various rejectional levels. Moving to the H4 time frame. So the H4 trend, wow, it's kind of price created an equal highs and equal, like the lows, was the low broken? Okay, yeah. So at certain points, the low was broken. You get it, price move up. Okay, so the trend is an uptrend at the time frame. The trend was kind of an uptrend. So if you look left, you can see how clean the zone is. So this would have been the point. Normally gold respects the H4 structure, so you need to factor that into consideration. So we're having a resistance support over here. You get it? So you're having this. So the chances that the whole of this zone, this tradable zone, is going to get filled is very high. So the chances that the whole of this zone is going to fill is very high. But when it comes to gold, you need to understand that gold, when it comes to gold, gold can do what. So the daily time frame too is an uptrend. H4 time frame too is an uptrend. You get it? H4 time frame too is an uptrend. So gold, yeah, so it looks bullish. Okay, the daily and H4 looks bullish. So the daily, the intraday section looks bullish. The sectional bias, okay, the sectional bias too also looks what? It also looks bullish. You get it? So you just have to find an entry. Make sure price has what? Fallen on a level. Okay, make sure price has gotten to a key level. Then what? You take your bias. So at what point? So this was all pre-lending session. Sorry, the Asian session. So you saw some minor moves. So the chances that gold is going to continue the uptrend is very high. So with this one, normally, so let's see, when this one breaks, if it breaks the high, the chances that you can have the continuation during the lending opening. So we have 11 minutes, okay, but one thing is what, we don't have any strong level that maybe this is an impulse trade. Okay, this is an impulse move. So if price breaks the high, the chances that we can have a continuation of the trend is very high. But in case price is pulling back, okay, in case price is pulling back, where is it going to be very difficult for price to break? Okay, so this one, if you are taking a sell over, if you are taking a buy over here, you have something to learn on. But when it comes to this one, this is just, there was no support. Okay, there was no support to lean on. So it's like in the middle of the range, but the 30 minutes has pulled back. So yesterday, this is what I was telling Mr. Alume. This is what I was telling you. If price is trending up, you don't have to take a buy when you are seeing bullish candles. You get it? You don't have to be taking a buy. Wait for price to pull back. So if you check the 30-minute candle like this, it has created a bearish candle. So that means what? We have gotten a pullback. Okay, price has created the market has created a structure. Okay, so now we are heading towards volume time, which is lending session. So if price break, the chances that we can have some continuation is very high. But one thing is what, if it breaks, we can be having a pullback too as well. Okay, the trend is going to continue to fill the whole of this zone. The chances of price continue to fill the whole of this zone is very high. But when it comes to where you are going to place your stop loss, for me, I will not love to take this trade because it's like in the middle of the range, and this is for those who scalp. Okay, this is for scalpers. So if you want to just take a short position, I think those who scalp, who take short position, if gold breaks the high, you are expecting the trend to continue because you are heading towards volume time, so it can continue. So you can see this one, as price broke this one, it continued. It created what? It created a support. There was a support created over here, trend continues. So the same thing applies to this one. If the high gets broken, the chances that price will continue is very high because you have a big tradable zone. Okay, the whole of this one is what? A tradable zone that price is going to fill. Those who scalp, those who take like short positions, will just be, since they just find a trending market. Okay, they just find a trending market, then they just take short position. But if you are scalping, you have to make sure the time of the day is very favorable because you need volume to move price. Okay, you need volume to move price. You need like an active market session to move price. So if the market is not active during the time you are trading and you are going to be using the lower time frames, as I'm telling you, you are going to be losing. So like you see, we have like 8 minutes. So 8 minutes, we are going to be seeing volume in the market. So if you are taking such trade, you are expecting, if price break, you are expecting what? The trend to continue up. You get it? You are expecting the trend to continue up. So with that one, I think it will be best if you take the position. But if the market is dormant, if the market is not active, okay, if the market is not active and it's dormant and you are just going to use the lower time frame to scalp, I think you are just doing your account harm. Okay, you are just doing harm to your account. You are going to be losing. So you have to always know the market sections. So what are the various market sections? So the lending session, the New York session, and the pre-lending the New York, the Asian, the lending, and what's the New York session. Know the times that the volume comes into the market, so that you can, if you want to take short positions, you can be taking those positions. But for me, I'm not in support with taking a buy, even though for those who scalp, can be what, if price breaks, they can be taking a buy. But for me, like, price hasn't created any support. Normally I want to rely on a strong area of interest. Okay, strong support level. So if price is, the chances that price can pull back on me is very high. Okay, I want something that I can lean on. So I don't want to be taking a trade where price can easily stop me out. You get it? So what I will wait, maybe I'll go to the higher time frame, like H4 time frame. If price, I don't know where the trend is going to continue, but if I get a pullback to this side, then I'll take a buy. So this is the level I would love to take a buy on. Okay, this is the level I would love to take a buy on. But in the middle of a range, those trades are for those who scalp. Okay, those trades are for those who scalp. So I would love price to pull back. Price pulling back on this one. Price pulling back here. Okay, then I'll find an entry. So you can see all the trades I look for. If you watch GBP USD, the trade that I took yesterday, you can see it over here that as price pulled back, I took the trade on what, an area of interest. So that's why price normally struggle to invalidate me or take me out anytime what price is trying to pull back on me. You get it? So this is the point. So yesterday, you see how price really struggled to what, to invalidate that level. Price really struggled to what, invalidate that level. You get it? So price pulled back over here. Price pull back. You are going to be having, there was a resistance too at the H1 time frame. At the H1 time frame over here. So price is pulling back. We are having H4 resistance, H1 resistance. So that's why yesterday price really struggled. So you are seeing the buyers exhaustion candles over here. Buyers were trying to move price up, it came back. Buyers were trying to move price up, it came back. So you are seeing the buyers exhaustions over here. You get it? You are seeing the buyers exhaustion. That's why price really struggle before breaking that level. You get it? So you have to always apply this principle. Anytime you are taking a position, ask yourself the level that you are taking a trade on, how strong it is. You get it? You need to understand you are going to validate that level based on the time frame you are focusing on. The higher the time frame, the higher the level that you are trading on. The lower the time frame, the weaker the level you are trading on. As I said, the higher the time frame, the stronger the level. The lower the time frame, the lower the level. Okay, the weaker the level. So like 15 minutes is what, if you get support and resistance on 15 minute time frame. So if you check it out on, so this is what I'm talking about. This is what the H1 time frame at. This is what I'm talking about. You get it? So this 30-minute time frame support and resistances are not strong to me. You get it? These are the levels that I'm talking about. So this one was what, on the H4 time frame level. This was what, the H4 time frame level. You get it? So that's why price really struggled before it broke. You get it? Price, there was buyers exhaustion candle. It took like 3 hours before this level was what, broken. So if one thing you need to understand, if you are scalping, you are going to be losing a lot in the market. You get it? You are going to be stopped out a lot. And one thing is, if the trade too is moving in your favor, you are going to be getting a big, like, as in your risk reward is going to be strong, because you normally get you enter the market early. Okay, you enter the market early. So you guys can see all the trades that you've been taking. It's normally, if price is trying to stop us out, it normally takes a very long time for price to stop us out, because of the levels that we trade on. You get it? Because of the levels that we trade on. This one, it took like 3 hours before price decided to break. And the other time too that we take a trade, that one too was on H4 time frame. That one too took like 3 hours. It took a very long time for price to invalidate our stop. Where was it? Yeah, this trade. So you see, we took the trade over here. It took the whole of the lending session before it finally broke. You get it? So these are the things you need to trade on, a strong area of interest. You get it? You need to trade on a strong area of interest. Don't be focusing on the lower time frames, like the H1 support and resistances, the 30-minute support and resistances. Focus on, that's why my levels, I normally take trades on the H1, the daily, weekly, H4 time frame levels. Those are the levels that I normally focus on. So let's see how gold is going to do when the lending open. Is it going to break and continue? So the lending session will break. It will close very soon. So if price break, the chances that the trend is going to continue is very high because the market is trending. If you look at the daily time frame is what? An uptrend. The H4 time frame is what? And the daily time frame candles too are what? Bullish candles. You can see price has created a support over here. Bullish candles. If you look at the H4 time frame trend is what? A bullish trend. You can see the previous candles are all bullish. If you look at the H1 time frame, the H1 time frame is what? A bullish trend. Okay, they are all bullish. So the chances that the trend is going to continue is very high. Okay, so you are in volume time, and let's see how the session will play out. So let me check USD CHF first. So USD CHF is kind of pulling back. So it has moved 13 pips. So it close to 1-2. And there was no market structure. There was no top wick. You get it? There was no top wick. Yeah, so lending openers bring in some volume. Lending openers bring in some volume. Yeah. So when you are part of a move like this, it's very sweet. So you see how price is moving. So that's why yesterday I was saying, if I enter a trade and price looks like it is pulling back on me, price takes a very long time before moving in my favor. Normally, the chances that price will move against me is very high because I trade in zones, and if price is filling the zone, it should fill it. You get it? It should easily fill it. See how easily this zone is being filled because you don't have any rejectional level. See how it is easily filling it. If you look at the H1 time frame, like price is filling it easily. You get it? Price is filling it easily. Price is filling it easily. You get it? So normally if I enter a trade and it takes a very long time for it to move, then the chances that price will move against me is very high. You see how easily this one has been filled? Because if you look at the 30 minutes, you have clean zone. If you look at the H1 time frame, there was no support and resistances. If you look at the H4 time frame, there was no support and resistances. The daily time frame, there was no support and resistances. You get it? So price is moving back. Nothing is going to distract it to what? To move down. If price is moving down, nothing is going to distract it to move down. You get it? So that's how it normally works. So if I enter a trade, and so this trade was looking very good. It was really looking good at the H4 time frame. But as I said, price open with no wick. You get it? If you zoom in, you can see the candle open with what? No wick at the top. Normally the wick simply refers to structure. You get it? It normally refers to structure. So you can see there was no wick. Price is supposed to give a wick, but this one happens, there was no wick. So it's the same trade that happened at that time. The same trade as this one. The same trade. Price created a support. There was a support over here. Trend continuation. You get it? Trend continuation. So it's the same thing that happened to over here. Price broke, created a resistance. Trend continuation. Okay. Let me check gold. Yeah, let me check gold. Okay. So gold is kind of, so if so I think even the clarity is on the H1 time frame. But the H1 time frame low has been the low of the candle has been broken. You get it? The low of the candle structure low has been broken. So the thing is what, identifying the direction of the market is very easy, but finding an entry is the most difficult thing. You get it? Identifying the direction is very easy. I can predict the market 95% without failing. I can easily predict the market like 95% of the time. But one thing is what, finding the entry, that's the most difficult part. Finding the entry is the most difficult part. And one thing is what, if you rush, sometimes you are going to what, below, like the market is going to go against you because you entered it early. And sometimes too, if you delay too, price is going to move before you. You get it? So it comes with a lot of thinking, it comes with a lot of patience, and a lot are involved. You get it? A lot. So it's kind of, yeah, so it is taking off. So this is going to be kind of, because you are in lending session. If it breaks, you are going to get a continuation. You are going to get a continuation. And if you are taking a trade in the middle of a range like this, you need to ask yourself, where is it going to be your stop loss? So those who scalp, normally they will place they will place their stop loss over here. Price can easily take them out. You get it? If price break the high of this one, they will just enter the trade. But one thing you need to understand, price can easily move back. It's kind of an impulsive. Okay, the price can easily come back and take you out. Price can easily come back and take you out. That's what you need to understand. So all the time frames are bullish. Okay, all the time frames are bullish. So the chances that we can have some bullish move is very high. So you see how exactly the zone has been filled. Wow, USDCHF was crazy this morning. Imagine you are in the trade. Wow, crazy. So the the market is kind of see how crazy moves. Crazy move on USDCHF this morning. If you entered, I think it has even moved more than 1 to 3. Imagine you entered, your risk is not, like close to 10 pips. Price has moved more than 1 to 2. But one thing is, so as I said, price didn't give the bottom wick, so I wouldn't have even entered. Even focusing on H4 and H1, I wouldn't have even entered. You get it? I wouldn't have even entered. Price is supposed to give a bottom wick, but there was no bottom wick. I wouldn't have entered this trade. But the structure was everything was clean. You get it? Everything was perfect. Everything was perfect. It has really moved well this morning. Okay. So if maybe the daily candle closed below this one, then we can have a pullback. You get it? We still have some zone over here. Okay, so the chances that maybe tomorrow too we can get a trade over here is very high. Even though we've already missed this move. Like not we miss it, but it doesn't fit the way normally I see things. Okay, so if price pull back, like it can break this one. If it breaks this one, then the daily and the H4 are going to be having the same trend. Then I think you would like we can take advantage of this move. We're having big zone over here. So you see how the level has been rejected. You get it? The level has been rejected. So let's see what's happened. And now the move has already happened and price never gave the bottom wick. Okay. Price never gave the bottom wick, so it would have been a nice trade. It would have been a nice trade setup. Yeah, so Euro card 2, as you were explaining, it's kind of it made the up it moved up. You get it? It moved up, but I think the zone wasn't big like that. Price is still in the middle, but the H4 structure wasn't clean for me. You get it? H4 structure wasn't clean for me. But the USD CHF this morning, USD CHF is the one that has really moved very well. Yeah, so gold has flipped. Gold, has it flipped? Okay, it hasn't flipped yet. The high hasn't been broken yet. It's still hovering around. So it will be better even if this one creates a resistance. Okay, if this one creates a support rather, I think that one would be good for a buy. If it breaks the high, then I think you will be having something you cannot price. It can support you if price is coming down. You get it? You'll be having something that can support you. So don't be taking trades randomly. One thing you need to understand is every trade that you are taking, you need to understand if it is your personal business, would you have risked such amounts of money? Like, would you have taken such an expenditure? Okay, so you need to understand that every trade that you are taking is an expenses you are making. You get it? So is it a wise expense that is going to bring you good returns in your business? Or it's just like you are impulsive, like emotion because you lost yesterday, or maybe this morning you've lost a trade, so you want to. If you bring emotions in trading, you are rather going to lose more. If you lose a trade and you think like you want to battle the market, you are rather going to be losing more. So you need to stick to the plan, be patient, wait for the right opportunity. Don't fight the market. You can't fight this big market. Do you know the participants? The hedge funds, the big banks, the city banks. Okay, those big banks. Okay, those big banks are participating in it. So you can't fight it. So just be calm. If they take your money, be calm and play it wisely. You get it? Play it wisely. Don't be impulsive thinking you want to take the market, or rather it's like a slot machine. It's rather take your money more. You get it? It's rather take your money more. Well, let me check my account so far. So this month I'm in small drawdown, but I'm patient waiting for. I'm in a small drawdown this month. I'm in a small drawdown this month. So let me check my monthly statements. So this was last month. So this month, so I took one stupid trade that I normally don't take. I took it on what USD card. I would have been up this month. Where was this loss? Okay, so yeah, I think this was GBP USD trade. Yeah, so I'm in drawdown this month. So 6 pluses. I'm in drawdown, yeah. I'm in drawdown this month. So these are the trades that I've taken. 1 win, 2 break even, 3 losses. You get it? 3 losses. So I'm in drawdown, but you see the drawdown. The drawdown is less than 1%. You get it? Because of managing risk. So one trade can take the whole of this one and I'll be in profit. You get it? One trade can take charge of the whole of this one. So this is the drawdown so far this month. So one stupid trade I took on USD card has been causing this. I would have been in profit by now. I would have been in minor profit by now. But one trade. So I'm just calm, waiting for what? The right opportunity to happen. I'm not going to rush it. Okay. I'm not going to be impulsive that I'm in drawdown, so I want to make profit. I'd rather be losing more. So losses are part of the game. You just accept it and find an opportunity. So I'm just waiting for the right opportunity, then I'll execute. That's what I'm doing. I'll be doing. You get it? So I'm waiting for the right opportunity. It can be tomorrow, it can be today during the New York session. I don't know when the opportunity is going to come. Okay, so this one would have been a nice opportunity to take a sell on, but the wick was the problem. It would have been a nice opportunity to take a sell on this one, but the wick is the problem. So I'm just calm, waiting for the opportunity. I'm not going to rush it. You get it? So you can see over here, I started a month with a loss. I was not rushing it. Had a break even, some 2 break even trades. Came with a big win. So this trade would have been I would have been in profit more than this one. Okay, I would have been in profit more than this one, but I managed the trade roughly. I didn't manage it wisely. You get it? And big wins and it covered all my losses and came back to profit. So this one just took an additional 2 losses. 21st November. Which trade was that? Let me check it. Was it a GBP 21st? Yeah, that was USD card. Yeah, I think USD card. Yeah. So this loss was this thing. GBP USD trade I took. That one was I followed my plan. But this one I didn't follow my plan. This one I took. GBP card is not something I trade, but I wanted to make money, and I took that trade. I would have been in profits this month, minor profit this month. You get it? So we move. You are still waiting for the right opportunity. Then we take a trade and you see whether you will make some profit. So we are in quarter 4. Mostly quarter 4, the market is it behaves. Okay, it behaves weird, but you need to adapt. Okay, we need to adapt. So we are patiently waiting for. So I think this morning the H4 time frames normally it has really played out this morning. The H4 time frames has really played out, but this one the structure wasn't clean to me. So the H4 time frame has really played out this morning. So we are just patiently waiting. So there was no opportunity this morning. There's no opportunity this morning. So you need to be calm. I'm not rushing to make my profits back. I know definitely an opportunity is around the corner waiting for me. You get it? So that's how you need to don't revenge on your trades that you want to make your profits back. You want to make profits back. You are rather going to lose more to the market. So even though I'm in drawdown, but if you can check the drawdown, it's not even up to 1%. You get it? I manage risks. It's not even 1%. So if I get one trade, I'm just going to be what in profit straightforward. You get it? I'm just going to be in profit straightforward. So there's nothing to hide from you. Every trade I take on the stream, I also take it as well. All right. So I think let me check gold again and see. Yeah, so it has flipped. So the high has been broken. The high has been broken. So the chances that gold will continue. So if you scalp, it has flipped. So this is just a short-term scalp trade. But one thing you need to understand is what price can just flip back again. You get it? So all the trend is what? All the trend is an uptrend. Okay. Yeah, so when it comes to GBP USD, wow, crazy. What's happening? What's happening? Crazy move this morning. So Euro card 2 is moving as well. Rate tested on the area of interest, moving up. So gold is making the retracement, as I said. Yeah, so this is the disadvantage of taking an impulsive move. Where to rely on, price can easily fall back. So where to rely on is very difficult. So all the analysis were playing out, but no entry. So this morning is crazy. You're having crazy moves. But the only trade that there would have been an opportunity was USD CHF. Euro card 2 was looking good, but because of this minor rejection, I decided to avoid it. It's also moving well. Okay, guys. See you. No opportunity this morning, so see you tomorrow same time. So if you have not liked the video, kindly give a like to the stream. If you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel. See you tomorrow same time.
I was my network they fucked me up this morning. You can not say.
Yes, sir. Someone was asking me something.
I've got some bits on a
Euro card.
On Euro card. Man, the one we make the one busy.
You took a buy.
Yeah, I took a buy.
What was the price? Why on your funded account?
No, on my personal account. I didn't broke even crap. At price 1.4768. I didn't sleep early. So when he pulled back small and I ended.
476.
Yeah.
Hey. Then it was kind of 4768.
But 473. But 4763. 4768.
Charlie. You were impulsive. Okay, you took it the break. Wow, it was even close. This would have been the price to enter.
Yeah,
It was even
yeah,
close.
but I didn't see that. I just hold on to
Yes,
it.
so
Would pull back a bit.
if you didn't see it, why then this pair really moves well. Like it moves nice, so
Yeah, it moves like crazy.
because as I've been stating, I've been seeing big
It's not a
moves.
case, it's not a case I would have entered in.
But like you can h4 also plays out. So if the structure is clear, you get a good like level. I think now you're applying those things. Because if you watch GBP USD2, it's the same
Because
thing.
this structure really looks very clear and a good like
Entry,
entry.
like
Look at it.
you can a good level. You
Very
can
nice.
see with this one h4 time frame, the structure plays out. So I think if the daily 2 becomes added, if the daily add it up, it becomes a good confluence. But with that one, you need to make sure it has pulled back well.
So exactly.
See how USD CHF really played out.
I mean, it moves in opposite direction with this one.
See how it has really played out.
Totally.
But one thing it was because of there was no wick at the top. I would have taken it. There was no wick at the top. So there was no wick at the top. And the area of interest to the daily time frame, it's kind of very clean. The daily time frame.
Okay, boss. I know. Let's make it tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Kujo, you were asking me something.
I was about to say good morning to you, and I've also observed that Australian dollar card, AUD card to the movement is nice. So maybe sometime you can also take that one.
AUD card.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll be analyzing it too as well. So it looks like I've even analyzed it before.
Okay.
AUD card. You are the one who brought the Euro card, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So Benny, next time Benny has to give me some time.
Okay. Yes. My Euro card really moves well. It moves nice. I'm liking the way it moves. So maybe I'm just observing it. I don't normally jump into trades if something is discovered. I just observe how it moves, and I'm liking the way it moves. Even if you watch the previous trend, you can see it has been trending very well. If you watch the candle, you can see big moves. This morning it has really moved well, but this one wasn't clear to me. So, all right. Okay, so see you all tomorrow. You come again. So this morning wasn't kind of clean. Okay. Bye to you all.
Bye.
So YouTube, see you tomorrow, same time. Bye.